What's up everyone? I recorded this video on Thursday, November 4th, 2021, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon. It's 51 degrees Fahrenheit, 11 degrees Celsius. And in this video, I'm going to walk from Little Italy to 14th Street, Union Square. I'm starting off at the start of Little Italy at the Canal Street and Mulberry Street intersection. I'll be walking up Mulberry Street to Houston Street and then making a left, walking to Broadway. It's a lot of great places to get souvenirs here. If you want phone cases, keychains, this is the place to do it. They even have baby clothes too.
Hey!
Bella Ferrara, great Italian bakery. They even have a cannoli in the window called the Holy Cannoli. Many of my friends swear by this place, La Bella Ferrara, for the best cannolis in Little Italy. Another runner-up is Cannoli King on the corner, coming up. This over here, I believe, is going to be a new food court coming to the area, an Italian food court. I don't know when it's going to open, but hopefully they do it in time for the holidays. So when the tourists come, they'll have a cool place to hang out. Buonanotte, Italian restaurants. Here's Tiny Shanghai. I know it's out of place for being a Chinese restaurant in Little Italy. The historic Little Italy used to be a lot larger. This over here used to be a souvenir shop, but it closed down. Little Italy is famous for the Feast of San Gennaro. I did a video of that, and it was pretty lively. During the Feast of San Gennaro, both sides of the street are lined with food stalls, and it goes all the way to Houston Street, where I'll be walking to today. Another New York City souvenir shop. You can get this Statue of Liberty here. This thing must be at least like 3 feet tall. I wonder how much that costs and how you're going to carry that.
Not even the best one here.
Almost the size of the real thing.
I got 10 seconds.
La Nonna restaurant.
Smaller space.
Some people refer to Little Italy as a tourist trap, but I don't really think so. They do have good food here, and the prices are reasonable for being in Manhattan. Here's Christmas in New York, which should be pretty relevant because we have the Christmas holiday coming up very shortly. If you want to get ornaments and other souvenirs, you can come in here. Here's the Cannoli King, which I said was the contender for best cannoli in Little Italy. Cannoli King. Okay. Actually, surprisingly, Little Italy is a little bit busy during this time of day. Gets a lot more busy at nighttime and during the weekends. It's a lot of seltzer water being loaded on and off that truck. This is the oldest cheese shop in America, Oliva Ricotta. Here we have Piemonte Ravioli Company and Danico Restaurant. Let's take a look at their lunch menu. They've even got brick oven pizza and various entrees for you to try. They're all served with pasta. Pure and Grand. Looks like a very fashionable clothing store. The Mulberry Street Bar with beer, pizza, pasta, and burgers. Established in 1908. Right here, the Mulberry Street Bar. Huh, was the real Goodfellas filmed here? Possibly. They got a lot of historical pictures in the window. Aha. Also proud of Sam for winning 4 Grammys. Look at that.
And then they have 5 people work on the dress. Please, because yeah.
This is Broome Street, which is pretty much the extent of current day Little Italy. Now we're entering the SoHo area. SoHo, I feel like, has different sections. There's the commercial area of SoHo, which is centered around Broadway, and then off a little bit to the right, or to the east, I should say, you have the dining area of SoHo, which is a little bit trendy. Wonder what kind of work they're doing over here. Maybe they're installing the scaffolding now, because there's a wooden part that's missing. Spring Street. This place here, Upside Pizza, really good place. You can even see the slices that they got. Best pizza in NYC, the best slice you never had. I'll go in and show you the pizza that they have. Here's Upside Pizza. Looks pretty good. And it smells even better too. These restaurants of Soho are always very busy. Really nice outdoor dining area at Ruby's.
Yes, what?
Dry cleaners, same day service as well. Here's the Mulberry Market, neighborhood supermarket. Looks very clean in there, and everything's well organized. Now over here, on the corner of Mulberry and Prince, we have the old St. Patrick's Cathedral. This was St. Patrick's Cathedral before they moved to the current location on 5th Avenue, across the street from Rockefeller Center. Look at this. There's a film shoot going on, and it's called New Amsterdam. Wonder if there's going to be any historic props being put in. For those of you who don't know, New Amsterdam was New York City before it was New York City. New York City was colonized by the Dutch first. But the colonists didn't really put up much of a fight when the English came over. They just kind of gave up and let the English take over. Hence, that's why the city's named New York now. Over here to my left is the historic Puck building. Now it's home to the REI sports store. The Puck building is pretty interesting. It's got some neat little sculptures on the corner here. There's REI. Over here we can see a statue of Shakespeare's character Puck from A Midsummer Night's Dream. There's also another one on the other side that I could show you. It used to be the home of Puck magazine, which is a humorous magazine for cartoons. And the other Puck statue is over here. There it is. All right, so this is Houston Street. We've walked the length of Mulberry Street. And now we're making our way over to Broadway, to the Union Square area. I just saw an advertisement for the New York City Marathon, which is going to happen on November 7th. Only 3 days from now. I think it's better if I cross the street now. I have the traffic light. I get a lot of people who ask me what these random pieces of metal sticking out the side of the building are, along with the blue paint. And that's a art exhibition. It's an eccentric art exhibit, but I kind of like it. Going down this way is the commercial center of SoHo, an acronym meaning south of Houston Street and also a name for the neighborhood. I should have mentioned that earlier, how SoHo means south of Houston, because we were walking in it. But since we're on the north side of Houston Street now, this is NoHo, north of Houston Street. NoHo is not as well known as its southern cousin. This is pretty interesting. Health quarters. Basically a one-stop shop for medical services. NoHo is also bounded by the East Village on its western side. New York University is the most famous school in the area. Bond Street is all lined with Belgian blocks. Actually, these Belgian blocks last very long. They don't wear down as much, but they're not too good to travel on. It's very bumpy. Now we start to see the streets get numbered. On the opposite side of the street is West 3rd Street, and over here it changes names and it becomes Great Jones Street. It's only this block of 3rd Street which is named Great Jones Street. I believe Jones was a comptroller for New York City at the time, and he would only give up his property if the city would name the street after his name. That's why to this day it's called Great Jones Street.
It's so pretty.
Look at this, Great Jones Distilling Company.
This actually exists?
We're on our.
They even seem surprised that Great Jones Distillery Company even existed. Also, Broadway is the dividing street between East and West labels. As you go further uptown, it becomes 5th Avenue. Now we're entering NYU land. NYU is by far the school which receives the most applicants in New York. This over here is the NYU Hall of Physics. NYU Campus Bookstore. I believe this is the only building in NYU that you can enter in as a member of the public. I've tried to go into other NYU buildings and they all require student ID or employee ID. Wonder what happened here. The subway entrance sign got torn off. Even over here. Here we got the Donut Pub. Great donuts at this location. I've had a donut from there and it's so good.
Wait.
Like I said, I think
I don't think we need to wait. There's no traffic coming. maybe challenging to cross. Coming up, we're going to find a strange alignment of Broadway. Once we pass 10th Street, Broadway curves to the left and then starts curving going uptown. The existence of Grace Church pretty much precedes the foundation of the Broadway street. But Grace Church is just past 10th Street between 10th and 11th. And it's a French Gothic Revival structure. For a full generation, Grace Church was regarded as the most fashionable church in America. Here's Grace Church. And now we'll start curving to the left. Looks like the church is open. Let's go in, because I've never been in here before, just for a second. have to say, I'm really impressed with the interior there. It also looks like 799 Broadway is almost completed. Halloween Adventure. And it's for sale right now. Because I doubt many people want to get Halloween costumes after Halloween. Unless they want to shop for next year. I'm sure you get a lot of sales. Over here we've got the famous Strand Bookstore. There's 18 miles of books inside. Let me go in. It's pretty incredible inside this bookstore. Looks like they're already decorated for the holidays here. The main highlight of this bookstore is the downstairs. And also their rare book section at the top floor. They're the only surviving bookstore of Book Row. But as you can see, it's very extensive. You can browse this bookstore for a long, long time and never see everything. It's also very warm in here. I feel like taking my jacket off, but it's a good thing that I'm leaving the store now because it's hot in here. All right.
Take everybody else's stuff. It's like a 10-minute walk.
We're only 2 blocks away from Union Square. Union Square gets its name because it's the union of where Broadway and the Bowery, now it's called 4th Avenue, intersected. But as you continue north, Broadway makes these irregular shaped squares or gathering places at the major streets. Here is Union Square. At 23rd Street, it's Madison Square. 34th Street, it's Herald Square and Greeley Square. And at 42nd Street, it's Times Square and Duffy Square. All right, folks, I've made it to Union Square in New York City. Hope you enjoyed this walk from Little Italy. If you did, then smash the like button for me. Subscribe for some more videos like these, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye, everyone.